We just wrapped up the week with NIO on the stock market, and it was kind of like an kind of week. It went up, it went down, it pulled back up a little bit. It's just kind of traded sideways. We've been in this 30 range for quite some time now, but we're going to go over the stock. We're going to go over a little bit of the news, and we're going to give you guys our updated price prediction on where we think this is going to go in the next coming week, and we might even give you a price prediction on where we think this is going to go towards the end of the year. But before we hop into that, we ask you guys hit that sub button. We're trying to grow to 4,000 subs, and look at this chart right here. We got like 78% of you, 72% of you guys aren't even subbed to the channel. So do us all a favor, hit that sub button, become part of the community, and it keeps you guys up to date on all things NIO and stock market and everything else. But let's go ahead and hop into it. So it was kind of a week for NIO. We've been hanging around this $30, $35 range for quite some time. We did have another dip all the way down to $32. And if you guys got into that dip, that was a pretty damn good buy. Really good price. Anything below 40 for me is really good price, honestly. Like, yeah. The discounts that they're giving here, it's just like somebody giving you money at this point is what it feels like, honestly. Like, oh, here, take this free stock, because that's pretty much what it is. But hanging around this 30 mark, it's kind of been going up and down quite a bit, but we're going to look at the charts. We're going to look at the tip ranks, price predictions, and everything there, and we'll kind of talk about it from there. So let's go ahead and look at the stock chart and see where we think this thing is going. If we look at the chart, we can see that the RSI is still well below 50, a lot better than where it was earlier in the week, pushing all the way down towards the 30 mark. It did bounce off like we usually see, you know, like we say before, when we see it hit that 30, it usually bounces off, and it's done it quite a few times. But 50 is usually where you want to see this thing hang. That's usually where you want to see it hang. So this RSI being this low is telling me this stock is still well oversold, which we've all can tell at this point. Like, if you guys aren't in NIO, like, this is not financial advice, but it's almost crazy, you know. But you know, if we look down here at the chart, we're well below the 200-day moving average and the 50-day moving average, which usually isn't good. But again, it's telling us this thing's way oversold, man. We're down here again at $33, $34 range. And Friday was kind of just traded sideways, so we didn't really have much action there. A little bit of news coming out of China, you know, a little bit of good news coming out of China with NIO, but nothing absolutely crazy. So, you know, I think we're going to keep seeing this range. I think here in the coming week, I think we might start to push test a little bit more of 35, 36, but I'm kind of like 50-50 there, because every time we start to push up towards 50, you know, 35, we start to pull back towards 32. So
yeah, it's kind of like the old 35 support became the resistance now. It seems kind of like 35 is the new resistance, which kind of sucks, obviously, but I mean, it's, as you can tell by the charts, it's way oversold. Perfect buying opportunity. A hell of a discount.
Right.
But yeah, I think maybe next week, as long as nothing bad about inflation and stuff comes out, which it seems like every other day they're talking about inflation and bond yields, but as long as nothing crazy comes out, I think it'll get up to 35.
Right.
It would be nice to, you know, get above 35 and actually start holding above 35 again, but we'll see. I'm expecting once we hit 35, there'll be a pullback, and then we'll go back up to 35, and like usual, hopefully, once it hits 35 again, that it'll actually hold above 35. At least for the day. We'll see what the next day brings. But
and we've shown in previous videos the number of shares being bought in the last quarter or so from all these big institutions, upwards of millions upon millions of shares. So it's like, I don't want to say, I'm not trying to get into market manipulation talks and stuff like that, but I feel like there's something going on here that just the average investor doesn't know. But all these big investors are just buying in thousands upon thousands of shares. I think we're expected to see this thing go up once that chip shortage is done. And William Lee's even come out and said, hey, like, we think NIO's hit the peak of the chip shortage in early to mid-May. So hopefully we start to see a recovery, and, you know, towards quarter 3, beginning of quarter 4, we start to see the stock start to drive up towards the price targets that these analysts have.
Yeah, and just, I don't know, a month ago, maybe not even a month ago, they did come out and say that they're going to start looking into producing their own chips. Not all the chips, but, you know, if they're producing any of them, it's better than nothing. Just, you know, help with the supply chain issues. So that, in the long run, that's going to be a huge benefit as well.
100% agree on that. 100% agree. But if we look at tip ranks, the place we go to see, you know, where the analysts are putting this place, to us, it seems like it's the most reliable. So they have the average price target right now at about $60.04, which is still about a 75% upside from where we're at right now. 75%. The
Just in the
high-
next 12 months, and that's the average. That's ridiculous.
Exactly, exactly. And the high is even higher than that. $81. Like, to me, I don't see it hitting $81 by the end of this year. My price target for NIO by the end of this year is $60. That's where I see this sitting, because the chip shortage is hopefully going to come to an end. I think we're going to start to see more news come out of NIO, and this is also going to be a thing when they expand into Europe in September. We're going to start to see numbers come out of there, and the ET7 coming in next year.
Yeah, we did lower it a little bit, but that's, I mean, William Lee also originally said that the chip shortage should be kind of over with for them by, or at least during the third quarter, and he pushed that back now to the fourth quarter. So
right,
yeah, I've got to lower the end of the year target here.
I think by 2022 is when we're really going to see NIO take off as a stock itself, because last year was really good. It kind of gave it the media attention. It gave all of us investors, the attention. It ran this thing up thousands of percent. We're not going to see the thousands. I think we're over the thousands of percents with this stock because of how pricey it is now. But sure, I still think we could still see the 300-400% doubling, tripling by the end of next year, because of the fact that the chip shortage is going to be over with. They're going to have a lot more factories built. They're still building the new one, the NIO Park in China. You have them expanding into Europe. They're talking about expanding into other markets in the world, and their numbers are just going to keep climbing. So I think we're going to easily see this thing well above the hundreds by mid to end next year. Well above the hundreds.
Yeah.
So sure, I think there's definitely good things coming out of NIO. You guys just got to have strong hands. And if you guys are long-term investors in NIO, just put your blinders on and look forward, because that's exactly what we're doing. We're not selling out like these other people. I know we saw a comment where some guy's like, hey, I dumped all of my money out of NIO, put it into crypto, and everything reversed. NIO went up, crypto went down. So unfortunately for him, hopefully things are working out better for him, that he made his money back. But
he put it in Ethereum, and that was when it was at its peak, and then just tanked like over $1,000. So that's unfortunate.
So hopefully you guys are just holding on strong, just like we are, and just keep your blinders on. But that's going to wrap up this video. We just wanted to bring you guys this quick update on NIO and where our thoughts are with it and what we're doing with the stock. If you guys like these kind of updates, hit that like, share, notification bell, all that good stuff. It really helps support the channel. And again, we're trying to push for 4,000 subs by the end of this month. So we only got like a week and a half left. So hit that sub button. We got like 72% of you are not subbed. Again, we showed you that chart earlier. You know what to do. Also, links in the description for Webull. We also got a link down in the description for the merchandise to get yourself a cool hat. If you guys want a hat, get a cool hat. And we also got links down there for the Patreon that gets you into a Discord, where the members get to choose which stocks to put into one of the Discord portfolios, and you get access to our portfolios as well. So again, thank you guys for all your support, and we'll see you guys in the next video.